Welcome back to another match. We are in the quarterfinals, American server. Third quarterfinal in the bracket. We have AgentPWE versus Lulnenko. Special match in several ways. Before we get into it, let me remind you to drop a like on this video to support these fantastic competitors, and all the effort they put into this is definitely worth an upvote, so please go ahead and do that. We're going to hop into this game between AgentPWE, who had a great performance in this first round, and Lulnenko, a reserve player who's living the dream right now, because he was actually smart enough to be on the reserve list and still submit his decks, and see there he got
only one, by the way.
The only one who did it, yeah. And see there he got a spot, and because he was the only one, he got a first round bye as a reserve, and he made it to the quarterfinals right away. So, as we're seeing AgentPWE on top and Lulnenko on bottom, JJ, would you introduce us to the lineups that these presumed men are bringing?
Well, AgentPWE is bringing a Quest Resurrect Priest, a Highlander Hunter, and, as we can see, his Galakrond Control Warlock. And he has a Galakrond Warrior, which is banned. Lulnenko is bringing his Overload Shaman, his Galakrond Aggro Warrior, and currently playing the Highlander Rogue. Yes. And has his Face Hunter banned.
So AgentPWE has a clear no-fly zone on all things Face Hunter and very aggro. He's not playing along with that. Given his lineup, that only makes way too much sense, of course. See Lulnenko here on the bottom. He has the Galakrond in hand, as does AgentPWE. So it's going to be a bit of a race, obviously, to get that out, get that extra sort of power on the field. And this is actually a pretty good choice. It goes with the Fellord.
I like Betrog. Janla is horrible. Because you don't get
Janla
damage.
It's terrible. It's pretty good in Warlock, but I would have liked it. I would have liked Katrina Morty maybe.
Yeah, I like Betrog because it allows you to make a lot of good trades.
Yeah, and you might be looking for stuff like Wanderer's Want later on anyway. So
right.
I like
to
play for sure. Happy New Year, everybody, says Lulnenko. Welcome to the scene. First game, obviously, for him ever on the trash scene, trying to make a name for himself by dethroning a very strong player in AgentPWE, who had an incredible performance round one, and his ambitions definitely do not stop in this one. He's looking to win an American Championship, and go to the Trash Bowl in his first appearance in the tournament also.
Still Fate invokes Galakrond just as the other Maniac would, but this allows him to potentially play the Lackey on the same turn, which of course Titanic not the one you're looking for.
No, you'd want like a Faceless or a Cobalt, preferably. He's gonna hold it there. Just chill out. And both people just currently gathering hand size, prepping their Galakronds, and this is going to be a powerful matchup right in the first game. This could potentially be a long one, looking at the lineups that we're looking at, and specifically this match has the potential to go 20 to 30 minutes if they both were so inclined.
That being said, the Warlock definitely has the potential to push damage similar to a Zoo Warlock at pretty much any stage of the game, while the Rogue has the potential to like finish it off in one turn while your opponent is at 30 health.
Could pull like 2 Mechathuns out, give them taunt, sort of thing.
That would never happen.
Never happen. It's virtually impossible. Unthinkable. It happened. No spoilers in which game, but it happened. You have to check it out. It was in the quarterfinals, though.
Spoilers.
Say what game? Mortal Call, Shield of Galakrond there, coming out. Just stats, AgentPWE, getting those invocations. We know it's so important. People like to keep those cards on the mulligan. Just get those invocations out and you can play your Galakrond early and often. Just early, not often. But he's hoping to play this Heist Baron early and often for sure. So what he's going to do here is going to find his first treasure, and you got to think Wanderer's Want, yeah.
The question is, do you
wait?
Maybe play, you can play Siamat on 7,
you can play Fellord,
Betrog on 8, and then on 9 you can start drawing.
Yeah. Hope that he sticks.
It's a bit of a high roll, it might be too greedy, but it seems like if it happens, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said, you have a lot of high rolls in the Highlander Galakrond Rogue. So,
another breath coming up is going to clear this up and take a very strong board advantage. So Lulnenko is going to be staring at some damage that he probably has to deal with in one way or another. So are we looking at Rush Win for your Siamat here? Quite possibly.
I don't hate it, no. That seems very reasonable.
So let's go Fence. He might just sap something.
Fence, sap the taunt? That's
very thinkable, yeah. He can still play Wanderer's Want, actually. Yeah. Have a big swing turn here. So he set that up nicely for himself, did Lulnenko. I don't disagree with this. Want to respond, see what he pulls. Oh, and Edwin, that's going to be huge.
Always big.
Celiax. Zephyrus. What the...
Oh! Moonfire.
3 legends.
Zephyrus into Moonfire, I'm telling you.
Oh, Shadow Step. Zephyrus, Shadow Step, Zephyrus. Could he get infinite Shadow Steps out of the Zephyrus and just build
I don't think it ever offers it.
But that would build an infinite Edwin. In theory.
Yes, I don't think it does it. And also APM.
Yes. But that would be...
it's APM Rogue.
It's APM Rogue. Imagine like a 50-50 Edwin. Why not?
Imagine 50-50 Edwin and then it's like any destroy effect, like Plague of Flames comes down, it's like...
But damn, man, that would have been pretty sick. I would have wanted to see this. Holds a Zephyrus, probably better judgment.
That's the smart play.
Yeah. 10-10 Edwin.
We personally like the fun plays.
We like the entertaining plays, but it's very understandable for these competitors because stuff is on the line to make the smart play.
You definitely make more of an impact by making the smart play in the long run.
Sure,
yeah.
Also has his Galakron on hand, and AgentPWE has to be debating playing his. But you're looking at a Ziliax and an Edwin on board, which is not too pleasant.
Yeah, and then if you play Bedrock next turn, that gives you the chance to solidify the board, because whenever your opponent plays stuff, you likely will have one extra Russia every turn for trades. That is a bit of a big board as well.
He's gonna allow Edwin to go face unblocked.
That is if Lulnenko chooses to do that,
Okay,
because then he allows Mountain
here.
Giant.
We have, he's seeing lethals here, right? With Zephyrus, I was thinking so. Yeah, double his health, double his attack. That's a... Wait, can you play that? Wind Fury works, yeah. So Lulnenko instantly snap picks, saw lethal. Dude, that's what Wanderer's Wand can do for you. Just you play Wanderer's Wand, you hit 3 legends, you play them down, and they win you the game in like 2 turns.
Perfectly shows why no one can afford this deck.
Wow.
And did you see the amount of legends?
I mean, he can afford the deck, and he's winning with it. So Lulnenko with a good showing, first win in his first game, 1-0 lead against AgentPWE. And,
leaves him with his Overload Shaman, which is maybe one of the more unique decks in the...
That's a novelty.
I think it's one of the unique decks, like entirely. Like I don't think anyone else is bringing it.
And the Galakron Warrior.
And Galakron Aggro Warrior,
which is not unique.
Very common. But yeah, the Overload Shaman, I'm interested to see how that performs.
Absolutely, yeah. Curious to see. Generally, you get these people bringing in these decks, they perform quite well.
Yeah, because usually...
Because they're experts at it. You saw Sparrowhawk go all the way to the Trash Bowl last year with a very unique Aggro Warrior that didn't lose him a single game.
Yeah, and usually, if you don't really know what you're doing too well, you just take whatever's popular. So, of course, people that play the rare choice usually do it for a reason. And also, it's harder to prepare against.
No, that's true. You don't see it on the ladder, you don't prep against it in your pre-tournament stuff.
Even if you don't actively prep for the tournament at all, you will still play ladder with the decks that you bring in the tournament, so you know your matchups.
You always get your homeboy who can help you with the prep if you want to play some games against Control Warrior or something.
Of course.
A lot of people can play that deck. You're looking for something like the Overload Shaman. You're not gonna find an expert in that deck so likely or so easily that can help you in preparation. So I'm curious to see that. We have Warrior on Priest, so AgentPWE decides to switch decks, goes with a very high control-ish Priest that's been doing well so far.
And
Heal opponent's face, obvious play.
Mass Res, of course, already on the hand.
As well as that Initiate, is it Initiate Infiltrator?
Infiltrator.
I always forget. It's the Infiltrator plus that Psychopomp. Important stuff. And
might see Forbidden Words to kill the Frothing, saying like, or heal.
You could just heal him.
Take out the Frothing prevents you from something like
some crazy going down. That's true.
Because
Awaken.
I was about to say Awaken. Just straight up gives you 2 armor.
Yeah.
Gives the guy +3 attack. Gives you +3 attack. Perfect play.
Big damage. It's gonna find his Invoke there anyway with the Ritual Chopper.
Yeah. It's also, by the way, always a little awkward to play against any variety of Quest Priest as an aggro deck. Because, like, the first couple times you hit their face, it almost feels like you're just helping them more than yourself.
Yeah, because they'll have to heal it back up anyway, but you have to hit. You have to, do damage. That's what you do. You have to at least force them to use it. Jack of the Infiltrator, not a big surprise to anyone, and that's going to come back turn after right away with Psychopomp, we would imagine. If it were to be slaughtered, which Ziliax could do, or Maniac can
Maniac
do.
face does it, yeah.
Gets away fairly cheaply with one of the small minions being destroyed. And we would expect a Psycho Pump here. He might play he can't play Cartoon yet. He could heal, but Psycho Pump seems like...
Psycho Pump seems very strong. You're getting the reborn version of the Infiltrator.
That locks it up for the foreseeable future as an Awaken.
Awaken is nice against Psycho Pump because you get the Reborn minion and the Pump both being at 1 health.
Even better against the Awaken, against the Reborn, though.
That's what I was saying. Like, right against this setup, it's perfect.
He sets out for himself. He's gonna play Awaken next time. So Lulnenko thinking 5-dimensional chess again.
Now you can just hero power the Infiltrator. I mean, you can still hit it with a face.
You can.
But that's 2 more damage to your opponent, which is not necessarily big.
Play the Cartoon here. And I would imagine we'll see Scion of Ruin kill this Cartoon and then Awaken the whole board.
Awaken first.
Awaken first, sure.
Awaken, hit your face into the Cartoon, and then hit one of the Scions in.
Yeah, you avoid the death threat of the thing too, and you get the invoke. So that's a good board swing. That was a good use of Awaken for sure. Quest seems about halfway done now for AgentPWE. Yeah, not quite.
Yeah, but it's
Again,
getting there.
Ziliax was drawn, so that's going to help out with that for sure. He might play it right now.
Ziliax heal opponent's face?
Probably not.
I mean, we've seen it before.
Yes,
we've seen people heal the opponent's face to progress the quest.
I like... he does heal the... Why not heal his own face?
Maybe he's still thinking about that Ziliax next turn. Maybe he's saying like, oh yeah,
wow,
you can't produce any damage this turn, maybe? So I'm just gonna play it safe, maximize the healing.
He might. Okay, here's the thing. AgentPWE posted in our Discord that he called that he was going to be making plays that are too big brain for even the announcers. I think he's trying to hold up to that. If you're trying to stand with that, I mean, congratulations, because you're kind of doing it. That was, I mean, I understand the play. Listen, it's smart if that's what the intention is, for sure. I do like.
That being said, of course, expecting an aggro deck not to push damage is maybe.
Yeah. It's a dubious choice, but listen, man, you play this deck more than both of us combined, for sure. So
yeah,
you would have to know what's happening there.
It's another one of those where I just don't have the money.
Pretty much, yeah. Drop us some drop $1 in the donation jar. We don't have one.
The only way to donate to this channel will be during live streams, which we've like done once. So yeah,
and no one super chatted. He's trying to do it again. He's gonna do it again.
There's less of a reason this time. I mean, if you play Ziliax right away, I guess it's one more point of healing for the quest. What's the quest at anyway? Is it at 12?
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, the Ziliax would finish it.
And he doesn't even play Ziliax.
But the fact that he doesn't play it kind of, I feel like, invalidates healing your opponent's face over your own. Maybe he's just trying to show off and saying like, I can win anyways, but that's
a risky business. You're down a game.
That's exactly.
This is the quarterfinals, man, of your conference. This is not a good idea.
Don't do that. Plague.
Master spell picked out.
Death.
I would imagine Plague. Plague seems very much like it. But you never know with this guy. I mean, God no. Okay, he could play. He could play the.
Actually, Breath makes sense.
Breath.
Too.
Oh, sorry.
Breath and Ziliax clears the board.
Is good.
Clears the board, finishes the quest. So heal face, Breath,
and you can
Ziliax.
Even use it.
Actually, don't need enough mana anymore. Okay, never mind. New plan. Breath, Ziliax.
Yeah.
Buff the Ziliax.
Yeah. That's the correct play.
I always like the hero power before you change your hero power sort of plays because you can get extra hero power use, but it just doesn't work here.
Yeah, I think this is exactly correct the way he's played this.
Yes, that was after some consideration the play I suggested.
Stabilizes perfectly, and it's like wow, all of a sudden
and huge Ziliax.
All of a sudden there's like nothing to do for Lulnenko. I gotta say, man, I'm impressed by the way that AgentPWE is playing this stuff. I am.
Scion and of course get another one. Those Dragon Beers, by the way, very much an optional inclusion. Not necessarily the exact typical thing, but it definitely seems to work out great here.
Works well for him there, for sure. There's a, is it a water bear?
Yes, it's a water bearer.
Water bear.
Water bearer.
Water bear.
Water bearer.
bear. He's a bear. Come on, he looks like a bear.
He's a Tauren.
He almost... Come on. Like, Tauren are almost bears.
They're more... Dude, they're cow people.
But like, cows are almost bears.
That seems like a stretch.
Are you sure?
I want to claim that bears are closer to dogs than cows, but I'm not 100%
Well,
there.
yeah. I mean, Worgen are also almost bears.
Definitely more so than Tauren, I would.
But like, Tauren are still the second most bear race in Warcraft. If even Worgen are.
Maybe humans are closer to bears than
What?
Tauren.
Stop.
At the very
Maybe orcs, not humans.
At the very least, I would argue that it might be the case that humans are closer, at least genetically, I want to claim, to bears than cows.
I have no idea. Listen, Sandhoof Water Bear is how I call... I've called him that since day one. You gotta give me that.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure you've called any given bearer a bear before, because, you know...
Because it's always funny, and I will keep doing so. But yeah, that bear is putting in some major work for AgentPWE as we're having fun at the commentary table. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and it's tough to be removed, and it's now 11-11, it's healing up to 5. I'm not sure if there's a way for Lulnenko to get by this stuff.
I mean, Scion kills it, but...
It does. He'll have to draw his Galakron. There's really nothing about this. That's what he has to do to have a shot. He has to draw
Although
his
decides
Galakron.
to push damage in the face here rather than take out the Water Bearer, which is going to keep healing AgentPWE, and I'm not sure if that's the correct choice here.
It is an interesting choice.
Because you could have Scion and Shield even, and just...
So you push more damage than the bear is currently able to heal.
Yes, but instead of armoring, playing the Scion, you're not losing any of your damage. The only damage you're losing is the 2 points of the one of the minions that you're hitting in. Everything else still goes face.
I think he was thinking, I have the limited resources, I can't afford to sack half a board into a minion.
And to be fair, there is resurrection spells as well, and those work less effectively if less stuff has died.
Here comes the Master Stereo down in the back lock. Albatross just for show. He played the Master Res.
Important.
The Master Stereo well.
The Galakron Warrior, of course, not having any Zephyrs or Dragon extras, and thereby you play the Albatross second.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will play it first, have it die, and disable all of the Highlander synergy.
Yeah, so you don't need that massive.
Scion still perfectly clears the board, by the way, and buffs the Frothing Berserker significantly.
But you can play along with that, yeah. Though still very limited resources if you're.
Yeah, no, I mean
you have to get the. You're just really just living from turn to turn here with having to draw Galakron.
Yes, but it would have. I think that it wouldn't have looked as bad if he had killed the Water Bearer earlier.
I'm not sure about that. He would have just done AgentPWE's work for him, really, with the Master Stereo later. Now there's one minion on the board.
Yeah, but
which can be silenced.
The bearer wins all trades in the. I don't know. I think that should have been dealt with, but
death it probably just heal the face and sit pretty. He might even just master spell to draw a card. Yeah, AgentPWE. There's your gallery, and that seems like a win. If this is
Gala Priest, people.
There's a way. There's his ticket to Galakron. And there he is.
Where there's a will,
there's a way. Listen, this guy is gonna draw 4 cards. They're gonna get +4/+4, all of them.
Gallery instantly played.
There might be combo ideas.
And there's a Batterhead.
1/1 Batterhead. Phenomenal.
And a 1/1 Water Bearer, which is gonna heal you back to full.
Another Water Bear. That is
golden
strong.
too.
Yeah, golden too. Korgon lead drawn. You would want that off your Galakron.
Yes.
Charge damage, but here comes the Galakron, obviously. Brista is not a bad one. Korgon's
also, by the way, interesting inclusion here.
Yes.
Having a lot of positive battle cries, especially Kronks. Play Battle Mage, hit Infiltrator, sort of a thing.
And just hero power.
I mean,
really no good reason.
Yeah.
I think you almost want the Kronks to die now because Battle Mage has better stats when you play it after, yeah.
Yeah, but potential Brista synergy?
Yeah. It'll die anyway.
Yeah.
You really just have to set up your OTK now as Lulnenko. That's really your only out. You have to somehow find something where you just go completely nuts.
I mean, you do have one buffed Corcoran lead on hand, which...
And the Mercenary.
Yeah, with an inner rage, I was about to say, it's
getting close.
Would be 20. Yeah. You have to break through the taunt, but that's what you have the weapon for. And the other Corcoran. Yeah.
He has some health for himself, so he's gonna survive a couple turns, but he needs to find this stuff quick anyway.
Yeah, he needs inner rage, and then just another Bloodsworn, and he's basically instantly won.
There's the other Bloodsworn.
Yeah, just kill the taunt. Should have Hero Power first. But he can still play the other Corcoran if he likes. Small Corcoran. Little wasteful. Hero Powering would have been more efficient. That being said, minor misplay.
Still needs the Enrage effect.
Yeah, but once you get Enrage, and it can also be the dude that does it, you basically you just win.
Can it be for the mana? He costs 2. You need both mercenaries. It has to be Enrage.
Oh yeah, it has to be Enrage. Never mind.
Has to be Enrage.
Math.
Not there yet. So probably to see the Shield of Galacrond.
Yes, shield. Would have been another way if you played that first. You could have still taken out.
Slight oopsie, but it happens.
Yeah, again, I don't think any like of the small misplays make a difference. Either you draw the combo or you don't at this point.
He's gonna be pushing this damage. Enrage is the only way. It seems like.
Although keeping the Corcoran in hand does make it easier to deal with potential future taunts.
Yeah.
Especially like Cartoon, which has like 4 health. But
it has to be Enrage. And it's an Albatross. Oh my god, it's an Albatross.
Would it have had to been Enrage this turn though? That kind of does the thing. It doesn't kill him.
It doesn't do enough things. No, your Corcorans are all gone. You have Plague of Death.
Yeah, so... It didn't have to be this turn though, right? He's still not dying. He
he had to hold on. He
could have just waited a couple turns.
He had to hold on, yeah. I think this is too froggy because there's too much removal. You're not going to get away with this,
That was too... I mean, just Plague of Death. Maybe hit the face with everything else first.
No, he's calculating a fancy Mass Hysteria. Why not? Battle had Mass Hysteria shenanigans. I don't know.
Yeah, no, just...
Plague, right?
Just go.
You don't love silencing your Albatrosses?
You don't care that much. It's not a Highlander matchup, so... I mean, yes, messing up your opponent's deck is always good, but...
Maybe if you're going into the sort of fatigue realm, you almost do. Virtual Chopper there is going to press Hero Power, just massive damage, play a bird.
Play the Albatross. Probably play the Lynchman at this point. You just kind of need to push.
Play for the Albatross.
The Lynchman for the stats. Just... Yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be it. This is what it comes down to. There is an Infiltrator. Boy, there's an Infiltrator.
And there's a lot of healing.
Yeah, and there's Penance. I think he's gonna manage to stabilize this still. His agent.
Here's a thought.
What up?
How about you buff the Infiltrator rather than heal face? So that Barista alone can't kill it.
I think he wants the face heal there.
Yeah, but it does keep the 4 damage from weapon plus hero power off your face. So it does actually, at the end of the day, heal you on more.
But you're putting more into that one thing. So if he finds a way to take that out without the minion, you're taking more.
Yeah, but how would you take it out without the minion?
Death there.
It's
Mass Resurrection. I mean, that should actually seal it.
That's the Plague of Death. Mass Resurrection. He already had both.
Right.
But seems a little.
Is there an opening for Leroy? Oh, okay, picks up an Albatross.
He already played Leroy.
Right, he did.
Very early on.
Ah, he had to use it for taunt.
Yep, and then Awaken was very cool.
That's true.
Both Corcorans were already in
Now
play.
I would imagine Mass Res though.
I mean, Cartoon
You
probably
could
does it, but
Cartoon, yeah.
Penance Cartoon, Hero Power,
That's
just
fine, yeah.
Hero Power either.
You guarantee yourself a taunt.
Yeah, and just a lot of extra health.
I think that's correct. You only draw 1 card at a time now.
The last card too.
Last card, an Awaken.
Oh, there was no Inner Rage left. Did he even have Inner Rages then? I don't think he played any. Sorry, we don't necessarily remember all of the exact deck lists because we record like 3 of those in a day, and there's like
that's tough. Of course, he's never gonna get there with.
So
it.
I called it a couple of cards that were pretty good in this deck that are somewhat unusual.
Yeah.
But that cost him the consistency of the actual combo.
He's never gonna get there with nothing with the hero power, of course. So that's gonna be a win for AgentPWE. Wow. That was pretty massive. That was very important for him too, to get back into this. So he takes a marathon win with this priest, and that is now eliminated. Still has the hunter and the warlock to fall back on, and Lulnenko still has the option to pick this warrior up again if he wants it.
Yes, and also has the overload charm.
I want to see it. I really hope we'll get to see it today.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. I like the uniqueness. I like the pure paladins. The OTK paladins, the people who bring something interesting.
Honestly, the pure paladin has been doing way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. You got the early true servers in, and you definitely have a lot of funds most of the time. That's correct. See if he goes to the shaman here. Wouldn't hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the Highlander Galakrond Rogue we see reasonably often. Not necessarily as much the Highlander Galakrond specifically, but even that does come up multiple times.
Exactly.
So yeah, seeing a unique deck would be interesting. What do you even want to see it against more? It doesn't really matter, does it?
The Overlord Shaman?
Yeah.
I don't know. The Warlock has a lot of heal. It's really tough to beat. Especially with a non-combo sort of oriented deck. I think I want to challenge the Hunter with it.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he decides. Taking a long break here. We're definitely thinking about what they're gonna do as we hop into the next game. Both people still have a choice between 2 of their decks. And we get the Warrior picked up again and the Warlock. So both of those decks we've already seen. They're going back to old tried and trusted.
Yes.
This is going to be an interesting match.
And we see a Galakrond already on the starting hand in the mulligan. Battle Mage is a good 1-drop for Lulnenko.
It's got Battle Mage, it's got an Invoke.
Yeah.
And you wonder, does AgentPWE keep this Galakrond even? Can he afford to? Of course, the matchup, and it's a rather aggressive one. You see a opponent keep 2 cards.
But also, as the control deck, I think you can afford to keep slightly more suboptimal hands. Because you don't have to play curve as effectively.
And 3 invocations with it. I mean, yeah. Why not?
So let's see if Lulnenko's more unconventional variety of Galakrond aggro warrior
holds true.
pans out. Because we've seen some of the shortcomings where certain expected combos don't work, but on the other hand, we've also seen the huge value of the Dragon Breeders.
Non-Giant on hand now is looking for that at some point, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, tap, yeah.
Could be the Giant, or it could be, if he has to devote Maniac, he has to clear something up. I'm expecting Awaken, start pushing damage.
And pushing a lot of damage, too.
Making it uncomfortable for your opponent to just play the Mountain Giant because you're going very low. Down to 15. Hooked Reaver about to appear on the board.
Yeah, but also, you're going down to 9 guaranteed.
If you play your Mountain Giant.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? So
he does. Nerds of Steel, AgentPWE just doesn't give a F. He's just playing it. Putting it down as a Ritual Chopper.
Ritual Chopper, Corcoran are both
possible. Both 4 damage.
Equally 4 points of damage. Hitting the Battle Mage into the Frothing, by the way, makes that a 6 attack minion, which would then kill the Giant if you so desire, or you don't, but you deal the same amount of face damage anyways.
Going all face.
I mean, why not?
Going all face, and he's at 5. Turn 5, 5 health, perfectly balanced. Okay, what do you do?
And look at it, right?
What do you do? Corcoran coming up.
Corcoran is lethal, and he knows it.
Even if you clear the board. Okay, Taunt is very important there. Trade the big thing off.
Sack Pact is very important.
I think that's forced, yeah.
The Sack Pact is, I know from experience, facing control warlocks, the Sack Pact is what kills you mentally. And it's like you're counting down the health, and you're like, I'm so close, 1 or 2 turns, and 2 Sack Pacts come down back to back, and all of a sudden they're back to near full, and it's like, oh.
Very important. And now you have, if you're Lulnenko, you commit it. Now you have to keep going somehow.
I mean, you can hit 4 to the face.
I think you have to.
The question is, which minions do you keep? Do you keep both Battle Mages or do you keep the Kor'kron?
I like keeping 2 things, but it's gonna be tough.
Because 2 things
It's gonna be a tough decision.
die to the Giant and the Imp.
Yeah.
Just Kor'kron dies to the Giant in even trade.
It's the Kor'kron.
From what we see on the board, this...
Oh, it takes the Giant out. Okay. That's interesting. Not sure how much I like that. Because you see this overwhelming hand majority for AgentPWE. It's not going down. It's not going any more uphill from here, I think.
Yeah. Full level Galakrond might have some impact, but that's not...
you have to get there.
quite
There's
yet.
invocation. That's
I
important.
was about to say there's one thing that gets you there, of course. Yeah, I mean, takes care of the taunt.
Yeah.
Only 1 tick away from finishing his Galakrond. And he can play it next turn as well, but obviously, I would think you'd want to finish it because the weapon, as aggro, the weapon seems so important.
Well, he will see what he's going to draw next turn. If he gets an invocation, he'll play it.
I guess if you whiff on your draw, you probably might have to play Galakrond for the fast pace to keep it up.
And then hero power.
I think you still have a Kor'kron in deck, if I'm remembering correctly. You only played 1, which could be as close to instantly winning
and now
as
you
it
see
gets.
all that counter pressure coming from AgentPWE because this is also looking very dangerous now. With all this stuff.
Imagine if he draws Awaken now.
Awaken now would be the nuts for sure.
Second Awaken, and
Oh, it's
no.
Bloodsworn.
I don't hate playing Galakrond here. It gives you some armor against that counter push, and the hero power plus the big minions could just win you.
It's almost forced, really.
Yeah, I think it's by far the best play.
You have to. You'll die if you don't.
I mean, 14 damage is what you're facing
Plus
right now.
his 5 from his Galakrond.
Fair, you don't know that necessarily, but
Yeah.
you do know 14, and then if he plays any sort of hero like Galakrond hero power, anything that
Plays
invokes,
Galakrond.
if he plays Invoke too, that's 7 extra damage.
Yeah.
That's just lethal.
And there's his Galakrond there. Sign of Ruin picked up. That's important.
No charge, of course. Lyra would have been instant lethal. Well, not with the 5 armor, but from what you could see.
Yeah.
And then we do have the claws, so
Yeah,
that
all
brings
the
him
damage.
down to like what?
He's
like
gonna have
4?
to. He's gonna have to win this turn if AgentPWE decides to go all face, and he does. So yeah.
6. Close enough.
Lulnenko needs to find lethal here. There's a Kronks. Is there anything? You have to.
Doesn't Kronk have Kronks also have a board
He
clear?
has a board clear, but
People usually
you lose the board clear. You still lose the board clear. What do you do with it? I don't think there is anything.
knowing what we know, I don't think there is, but I think that's what you have to go for, right? You go for the board clear. You hit your 3 damage from the hero power in, or maybe you play the the board clear is damage based, right? Play the rover first, get the 2 extra armor. And this is literally the one decimation that we don't really see, but there you go. He's up to 8,
And
and that is exact lethal, of course.
Yeah, there's the mountain giant. He has a Kronks.
Actually-
It's more than that. He has Kronks. He
Yeah,
also
the
has
Kronks.
the Netherwing.
I was thinking of the
before that.
Netherwing, but it's not active. But
The
because that would
Kronks
have been
is-
exactly
yeah, the
lethal.
Kronks is easy.
The Kronks decimation, you see that.
Agent
a lot.
PWE is coming back into this game. He's up to 1 now.
Yes, in a slightly faster matchup than before.
Yeah. This Galakrond warrior is seeing stars right now. Literally, he's having some troubles. Some troubles. So you wonder if he goes back to it. You gotta face the Hunter still, and the Hunter is a dynamic deck. It's a versatile deck. So do you really want your warrior? Listen, play the Shaman, man. I want to see that Shaman.
Yes, I generally
Really want to.
also. My kind of like a rule of thumb, the certain for me personally when I play is I don't play a deck 3 times in a row. I just don't.
You never play 3 times in a row?
I mean, if I'm forced to, of
Yeah,
course, but
yeah.
like if I lose twice with a deck, I'm basically
Do you switch?
like it feels bad at this point. Right?
Yeah, it does.
You
but
switch.
If it's like your best matchup, you have to. Maybe play it again.
Yeah,
And Lulnenko is.
I mean it's not a hard rule by any means.
Lulnenko is just sticking with what he has. He's gonna play the warrior again.
And we see the Highlander Hunter with an uncharacteristically good curve.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good one. He has the coin too. Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
I do like what Lulnenko has too. He's gonna
Like,
drop
just-
the shield.
ditch the spear and keep everything else, I would say.
You keep the spear if you want to.
I like Ursatron better, and I would rather have another play, although...
But yeah, Luxury all the way. And he picks up the Town Crier too, so massive starting hands for both sides. Siamat and Ziliak's mulligan for.
Also, the Dwarven Sharpshooter, like, hugely impactful in these matches.
Massive in this specific one,
like, very easy to underestimate that card, but it's very strong.
See, in Face Hunter, it doesn't help you usually much, because it does the same thing.
Yeah.
To hear about mostly, but in this case, boy, we are hitting all the minions.
Dwarven Sharpshooter in Face Hunter ruins your APM. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Good thing you don't need much of that in Face Hunter.
Well, no, but there is one main reason to play Face Hunter, and that's to grind ladder.
Yeah, sometimes you wanna actually kill a minion if you're in a mirror or something. But
no,
gotta take these offers.
I've used it before, but it just doesn't happen that much.
Strictly.
And very wisely takes out the Sharpshooter, realizes the risk.
Absolutely.
Do we see Zephyrs?
Yeah, I mean, better than the freezing trap on a Town Crier, I guess. You can coin your Tron. That's fair.
You could also hero power.
You could, but is that your game?
No, but it's like you don't pass. You never pass.
No,
always at least hero power.
Pass, yeah.
So that is basically the pass plane. This coin Ursa is possible, but you don't have a guaranteed turn 3 play anyways.
Yeah, AgentPWE in the tank, big time.
So I like Zephyrs. I like hero power. Honestly, I don't.
Zephyrs is gonna be it. Gonna just pick an animal companion or something he likes, maybe Brightwing. He has a backstab. Wild Growth is fun. Listen, you have Ziliax, you have Siamat to grab.
Yeah, and also like Dino Tamer Bran potentially coming down one turn earlier.
You got big stuff. You got Dragon Queen. You have
King Crush on 6 is not bad.
You have cards you want to reach for.
As a matter of fact, with coin on 5.
This is freezing trap time, I would imagine.
It doesn't seem bad.
Can you afford to play something else? Can you afford to just play the Wild Growth and just be like that? Probably not.
No, against aggro you generally want to preserve your health. You can't get greedy against aggro.
Yeah. Well, now you got to make sure that Wild Growth doesn't ever rock. I like how he set up. Yeah, it's a for a positive explosive trap though.
Yeah, I don't think there's misdirect in the Highlander, so you're setting up basically just for explosive.
That was kind of cool.
The question is, do you really need the armor? But I guess you do also get the extra proc on the Berserker.
The damage too. And here's the Wild Growth time now.
Yeah, a little awkward right now because you don't really need it for next turn.
You like it? You have Varanus coming up.
True.
You could coin your Siamat. As a matter, it looks pretty attractive against this board.
I was just thinking maybe you coin Siamat. How do we like Divine Shield Rush? Or even Divine Shield Taunt?
I would Wind Fury Rush. Take care of this. It still lives.
Yeah, but I like it if it lives with more.
Gonna play Varanus. Makes sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't do that much. Honestly, I like coin to the Divine Shield Rush.
He has Unleash the Hounds, you know. And it's a good stat, by the way. Like Varanus is vanilla stats. He's good value for the cost.
Let's see, Leroy, not exactly what you're looking for, but maybe Cork.
Oh, you'll take it.
Ron does it. You could take it, but then like, what is the suggestion? Like, do you say like, put everything into face? Because
I like the play of Corkron, probably.
Yeah, because with Leroy, also the thing is that the Whelps are just awkward.
Oh, you don't play Leroy now. I said you'll take it as a draw.
Oh yeah.
Or you could play the Berserker again. Yeah, why not? Likely to see an Unleash the Hounds. Clear this board up. You can play Ziliax who wants it. He has options. Siamat's an option there.
See what's possible. Yeah, you can do that and then just hit the frothing with the Varanus.
Bunch of dogs. And yeah, board domination is the game for AgentPWE.
Very important, the order of attacks here.
Yeah, minimize the damage that your Varanus takes. Keeps it alive.
With playing a Divine Shield Rush, Siamat, it would have taken 1 less damage.
But you wanted to Unleash the Hounds and play Ursa Prime.
Would have also not killed your Rover, so that's basically about equal. But Awaken is kind of meh.
Yeah.
You know what would be really nice though?
What would be nice?
Defile.
Defile would be nice. I was there when Defile was there.
A conundrum indeed. What's the Galakrond exactly at? Invoke twice, Stalker. Thank you. I was about to look it up myself.
Good stuff. He's gotta play it.
Yeah, because if it happened once, you probably awaken.
Yeah, you can't hate on him, yeah.
But
Scion is huge.
Literally.
Big tool. It's gonna be important. And now what? You can afford to just drop.
Dragon Queen?
You can coin your dragon, drop your Scion Mage, just big stuff.
Coin Dragon Queen is the biggest impact play for sure. And again, you're doing it on turn 7. Don't forget, this is turn 7,
pretty good.
not 8.
Yeah.
It looks like 8.
You get like 2 Iseras, you know.
Like both Iseras?
Both Iseras. Like two times the classical Isera. Yeah, that's
And he does just that.
Gonna be the play.
Ember Scale
Drake, and Nosdormu for good measure.
Honestly, I don't hate Nosdormu. You have a very simple hand, your opponent has a very large
just
hand.
play it, yeah. Stats.
And his stats.
Stats, man.
And also, literally, the more cards your opponent has, the more likely the effect is to be relevant.
Put pressure on him. And he's gonna find a way to deal with this stuff now. Sign of Ruin.
Find a way to deal with it fast.
Yeah. Don't have much time to think is the thing, and the stats that he puts on the board just seem overwhelming.
Yeah, but the Scion deals with a lot of the big stuff.
It does, yeah.
As a matter of fact, all of it.
Kills Nosdormu, kills the Alexstrasza.
Kills an Nosdormu and takes a break. He's
it's like
now I'm not under pressure anymore. By the way,
coffee break.
That means that he has more time on his turn than he would otherwise, because when the Nosdormu is killed or taken off the board, it resets the timer to 90 seconds.
Oh.
I think that's what it is, right? The full turn timer?
You made that claim, I don't know.
It resets it to the full turn timer.
I think 90 is correct, yeah, seems right.
Which people have used before to pull off like insane combos in like setup matches where it's like
pressing every hero power in one turn in the game.
That is exactly what I'm saying now, yeah. Like Nosdormu Shadow Step, Nosdormu sort of thing, yeah.
Absolutely nuts. Alright, plenty of options for AgentPWE still. So that's the Snippy Snaps. And you can't hate him for it.
Yeah, and there's a very good trade for the Secret Keeper there. Or for the Desert Spear if you like it. Not the Spear, but like the Locust of the Spear.
The Locust of the Spear.
Sounds almost royal, doesn't
it? Sounds like a Loa or something.
Oh.
Spirit of the Locust.
That sounds kind of evilish.
Yeah.
Because locusts have like the evil association because of the crops.
Yeah.
Well,
time for an Awaken and a Kronxatron?
Yeah, I mean, I can't hate on the big dragon.
Big dragons, no? You can play Ziliax too. Ziliax is fun.
Yeah, but Awaken Kronx with the big dragon, hit 3 damage to his face.
Yeah.
Trades are in your favor, in theory.
He's got some decisions to make.
Of course, with the Ziliax, that trade again into the dragon.
You gotta think what's your path to win, because you're once again looking at the moment where you're basically in for the combo, to be able to win this game later down the line.
Yeah, the Bloodstone combo is really hard to pull off without the inner rages, though.
Yeah.
So maybe reconsider the deck building there. Maybe it's been test built. Maybe it's too rare that it comes up. I don't know. But it seems like that's kind of where the weak point of the deck is right now.
It's gotta play the Ziliax and the Korkron there. I don't hate this play.
Especially because the counter Ziliax would have really punished the Kronx really hard.
Yeah.
So there's that. And
you might still put a huge Ziliax on the Snip Snap here once.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I guess the argument for why not is because you might want to keep the shield. You might want to play like Siamat now and then like. You know?
I like Desert Spear, kill the Ziliax with 2 things, put the big Ziliax on the big Snip Snap and go face and say deal with it.
It always feels weird to me hitting 2 things into a Ziliax. That being said, you are the control deck, so you can afford it.
You're healing like everything and you can afford it too, yeah. Go Scion Mat there. Probably expecting to see either Divine Shield Rush or Winfield Rush. It's gonna Rush.
Yep.
Ziliax out of here. And wouldn't be terribly surprised if this Snip Snap goes face. Though he might just be careful and trade this off, which could be the better decision.
I mean, play the Drake was what I was thinking, but fair enough.
Nope, no such luck. Says AgentPWE. 21 damage is what Lulnenko needs to produce here. And that's not in his future.
Yeah, we see almost a path to 15, but that's also just a bit of a...
It's gonna cross this thing, gonna awaken it, but you're assuming the role of a control deck.
Yeah, but with that situation you kind of had to, right?
Absolutely.
And he's still pushing some damage. It's only 3, but you know, you are getting closer to your goal. Zilix, of course, brings that back to where it was and puts up a taunt.
Ooh, Huffer time. Not lethal still, though.
How about a Leok time? For the 1 extra point of healing. And the Locust kills it then, the Kronks, that is.
Yeah. Neither.
How do you feel about Deathwing?
Yeah, no. Not great.
I mean, you're top decking. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, for a couple rounds if you really need it.
Exactly.
I like faving there, but
you're top decking,
Ziliax,
and if your opponent does produce a big board out of
it
nowhere,
doesn't matter this turn.
then you can just do the thing. Oh, and by the way, not hitting here is a very good idea, maybe. Yeah, exactly. So that you can keep that Ziliax up. Yeah. Maniac face deals with Ziliax. Bloodsworn has a reasonable target, but it's not like a charge target. So no, that is a rush.
That is a rush. Correct. That's what it's gonna be. But check your own face health. Because Hoffer will kill you.
Yes.
Hoffer lethal.
And Leok lethal.
And Leokli.
With the hero power and the weapon. Misha's not lethal.
Nope.
I mean, I'd take the
Don't hit first. No, Leok isn't. Oh, he's not even trying to have any of it.
Deathwing lethal.
AgentPWE. Is this one of the big brains plays you've been promising?
Yes, because 18 health is somewhat precarious.
I like this animal companion.
I mean, to be fair, yeah,
just play the Hoffer and win. Like,
I take a 67% chance to
there's
win.
your taunt. Listen, you have 2 turns on the hero power, though.
Dude. If you hero power now, and then
You play the Maniac.
You play the Maniac hero power next turn, and then you play the Maniac, fair enough. That's...
You better find something now, AgentPWE.
To be fair, he had a 67% chance for
Unleash the Beast is a win! He found it. He found it.
And the Misha would have been protecting him, so... Yeah.
He found it. Hoffer was lethal. He's like, no, I'm playing Deathwing. I'm just doing it. Why not?
Well, it appears that Deathwing was Lulnenko's death, if you will.
Yeah, that seems like it. Good play by AgentPWE. He's moving on to the semifinals to face Beater Babbitt, which should be an amazing, phenomenal game. Maybe the best game of the tournament so far. Great job by Lulnenko coming in here and fighting like an absolute warrior, quite literally 3 times back to back, and got very close. The Deathwing decision I find more than dubious there from PW. You have to have some explaining to me if in the Discord, because I think Hoffer was just guaranteed lethal. And oh yeah, maybe he doesn't know that when we comment, it's 100% Hoffer chance when I say it.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't know that. So for next time, anyone who's playing this tournament, when I'm commenting, Animal Companion is Hoffer. It's guaranteed to be Hoffer. So you should maybe keep that in mind. It's just, you know, little strings I pulled with Blizzard there backstage. But thank you for watching, everybody. For watching the video. Drop a like on it if you did enjoy. AgentPWE moving on, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty sure Beater Babbitt is already scouting the tape furiously for looking to go to the European Championship game, which is going to be
Beater.
Hello, Beater. It's gonna be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching. Join the Discord if you want to hang out with the players and us behind the scenes and witness all the craziness that goes down in the Hearthstone world in that server. And hopefully we'll see you soon. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.